Welcome to Tee2Tee with Tom Pfeiffer and Ty Martin.
All right, guys, the Zurich Classic just finished about 4 days ago. Sorry that it took us a while to get this episode going, but
yeah, my fault. I caught the plague that my lovely fiance gave me as I tried to isolate for a few days, and I still got it. So apologize, everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it happens, and then our schedules were conflicting with one another, and so it took us a while to get together so we could actually record this episode. So again, sorry guys, but we're here now and we are recording as we speak.
To our 7 awesome members that watch every day.
Heck yeah.
I'm just kidding. We have more than 7. We have 8.
Oh, okay, good. Well, to 9. No. Hey, just keep on downloading and listening and sharing. That'd be great. That'd be
yes. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Right now, we're just doing this for fun, and hopefully, maybe in the future we can actually make some money off of this. Maybe.
Probably not. We just have our friends and family listening, but on the plus side, they all like it. So
yeah. We can't all be Pat McAfee or anything like that.
I never want to be Pat McAfee.
You want to just punt this or no?
He very well arguably could go down as one of the best punters ever for all the things he did. But
for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Moving away from him because we don't want him to infringe us.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so the Zurich Classic of New Orleans just finished, and our winners were
Novak and Griffin at 28 under.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising. They were going back and forth for a while. I believe they were down to like minus 26 or 27 or even 25. I forget exactly how low they got to the final round, but I mean, there was a clumping of people all tied together for that final round. And it was kind of interesting at the end, but then they pulled away and finished on top.
Well, they only won by 1 shot.
Well, I agree, but I think they were minus 28 going into the 4th round. Minus 27, but
the brothers that almost they were 1 shot back that almost came and got him. Yeah. Again, as you and I were talking, Nikolai and Rasmus Hagard. If I butchered the name, I'm sorry.
Hagard.
It kind of seems like a common theme that we're butchering names, and we're not trying to.
Yeah, sorry for that. But look at their first round. Holy cow.
Yeah, 59.
Yeah, 59. That's incredible. Even if it is best ball or alternate shot.
I expect that out of you this Saturday.
No, 59. I'm going to go 55.
Well, you got, you, me, Matt.
I mean, all the pencils have erasers on them, right?
At Lake Windsor, I do not believe they have erasers on the pencils.
Oh, dang it!
Yeah. So we'll just give you the scorecard, and you can write whatever down you want.
Okay, good. So for those who are new to watching the Zurich Classic, the formatting gets a little bit confusing. I was a little bit confused a little bit here and there, but again, the first and third rounds are the 4-ball, which is basically alternate shot, and then you have the second and let's see here. I'm looking right now. Oh shoot, I messed up.
You cheater! You had this all figured out before this.
I know, and I was just talking about
it. Now you're just dropping the ball. Come on, Tom.
Right.
Come on, I expect more out of you for this.
The first and third rounds will be the 4-ball, which is the alternate shot. Sorry, no, best ball. The first.
Come on.
All right.
Come
So
on.
the first and
Come
third
on.
rounds will be
Today, Junior.
best ball, and then second and final rounds were alternate shot. That's what it was. And for some reason, I always get it mixed up. You always flip it because they call it four ball and they all call it foursome play, which is a weird. Just why not just say best ball and also alternate shot? Just say it that way.
No, you're right on that one. It's when they call it four ball, it's like, wait,
What?
How do you do four ball when there's only two of us? Do we get to hit twice?
I know exactly. So the first and third rounds, let's correct this, is best ball, and the second and final rounds are alternate shot, and they call that foursomes, which is whatever. But so as you can see, again, Novak and Griffin came up on top, and my pick was Rory and Shane Lowry, but obviously they finished tied with 12th place. And who did you pick? Did you have someone picked?
I don't even remember.
That's how long ago you were.
I don't even remember. I probably said McElroy, or I'm sorry, Fowler, and he wasn't even in it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's
about
right.
I don't even remember. But if I had to guess, that would have been it. And yeah, that was that was my dropping the ball.
Yeah, well, it happens, So, I'm trying.
So what do we got? What do we got coming up this week?
This week, us, or are you talking about like the PGA?
Actually, today.
Today. What
Yeah,
do you mean?
it's Thursday, so there had to be
something going on, right?
Something started today, and isn't this? I'm looking. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm looking.
The CJ Cup Byron Nelson. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And of course, Scottie Scheffler is on top with -10.
Wow.
Yeah.
With a 61.
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, look at that. Jonathan Vajegas and tied for second with a -8. Nice to see him back. Cameron Champ, 7 under. Yep. Wow, nice. Yeah, this is definitely one of those that doesn't have the big names in it, all of them.
No. This is just one of those where it's like you throw that in the on the weekend, and you just have a bunch of guys trying to win so they can continue their tour card and get on top of the money list and things like that. So you have a lot of quote unquote no names, if you want to say that. But you still got Scottie Scheffler in there. So obviously his odds to win. Oh my gosh, have you seen this? His odds to win is a -190.
Did you look at his scorecard?
No, I did not look at it.
He shot a 29 on the front 9.
Jeez.
Par, birdie, birdie, par, birdie, eagle.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is a super impressive scorecard.
Yeah, that's when you break 30, man. Holy cow, for 9 holes. That's shooting.
Yeah. That's a really impressive scorecard.
Yeah. And then he finished it off with 2 birdies on the back. So -10, 61. That's insane.
That is some damn good golf.
Yeah.
That's beyond good golf. That is phenomenal golf right there. Well, but that also solidifies, when a guy plays like that, that's why you're number 1 in the world.
So what's kind of cool about PGA Tour.com, and you can look at his scorecard. You can also click on the holes.
And so it shows where his shot is.
So I'm looking at number 9 where he got his eagle. So he drove the ball 293 yards right of the fairway, just short of the bunker there, the fairway bunker.
Yeah.
And then he hit probably a 3-wood 245. It's got to be next to the hole. What does it tell you? Like
I can't see that.
It's like almost in the hole. Like you can click on the green. So you say the hole, and then you can click on green on the bottom left of the screen. And I'm trying to see how many feet was the putt. It doesn't say, but it's like next to the hole. Oh man, let's see here.
I'm trying to figure it out too.
He's about like 6 feet away from the hole on his
What, you can't hit a 3-wood 245 6 feet from the hole?
I mean, I did hit a 5-wood 220 yards 5 feet away from the par 3 on at the bowl on hole number 13.
Come on, you're better than that.
10, 11, 12.
You better hit a 5-wood.
Guess what? I missed the birdie putt. 5-foot birdie putt. I missed it.
Hey, raise your hand. Me too. I would as well.
But hey, 5-wood 220. I'll take that all day.
I don't even carry a 5-wood, but the end of last year, 220. That's my 4 hybrid, and I actually, for the sake of the conversation, I had one last year where I was like 225 out, hit my 4 hybrid, put it right up on the green, just tucked. It was nice, and it's like, oh, walk in, eagle putt. Nope, it was like a 5-foot putt. It might have been a hair more, a hair less. And I missed the eagle putt, and then I walked up just to be a dick, and I went to make the birdie putt. Yeah, missed that too.
No, you did not. Oh.
I did.
Oh, you walk away with par? Did you walk away with par or bogey?
I walked away.
You would have walked off the course.
I would have quit golf. No, I made par, but it was really bad to.
That's like a gut punch.
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah, a gut punch and then some.
Yeah,
but
last year I had 2 opportunities. I was very close to getting 2 albatrosses. I had basically tap in eagle putts last year, 2 of them. So one at Broadlands and one at Dretska.
Yeah. So you play? Where'd you play on Saturday?
Saturday I played at the Bowl, and it was crazy. It was great. The conditions were great. The problem was that rain the day before, so they closed down the range and the short game area. The short what's it called? The short area, the short game area. So the short range, whatever, the shipping range.
Yeah.
They closed those down because it was too wet. And so balls were plugging, so they didn't want to get someone out there to literally take out all the balls, that were all plugged. But other than that, it was a crazy round at the Bowl. I shot a 44 on the front.
Then you went and shot out of your ass for the back for the back.
Dude, I shot 36 on the back. And I played from the greens, which was 6,400 yards, and that's typical for me. I usually like around 65, 66, but 64 was perfect, especially when you play the Bowl. You can argue that the Bowl is probably one of the hardest courses in the state. I don't know. Have you ever played the Bowl at all?
Nope, never have.
All right. It's one of those where we should probably go and play once. And you can cry on the way back to Madison. It's difficult. The funny thing is about that course as well, is that the first 2 holes are pretty easy. It's basically the first hole is about 320 yards, 330 yards, something like that. You hit a decent drive. You have about 90 yards or so into the green. It's kind of protected with a bunker, but pretty much, it's a pretty easy layup, basically chip shot. And so you're like, oh, this course ain't that bad. And then the second hole is just a dogleg right around a pond. And usually you probably have about like 160, 150 into the green. And again, it's protected with a bunker in front, but again, the green's pretty large, so you can kind of like, work your way around that bunker, so you don't really have to worry about flying it over. Then you get to the third hole, par 3, 180 with pond all the way down the right hand side of the par 3, and this is my nemesis. For some reason, I always love hitting into the pond, so I got
$6 into the water every time.
Every time. For some reason, I just cannot. And I draw the ball, which is crazy, and every time I just push it right, and it goes right into the pond. But then
if you aim left,
then you're OB.
Then it just goes completely to the left, and it's like, son of a bitch, I aimed left and it actually went left.
Left, exactly. So that's why it's my nemesis. I don't know. For some reason, I just cannot. I was actually thinking about like hitting pitching wedge, laying up and hitting it on the fairway of the par three.
Laying up. I'm gonna lay up in a par three. Said no golfer ever.
Like it's crazy. Like the last five times I've played that hole, I've hit it into the water all 5 times. I cannot.
But the thing is though, if you were to take a pitching wedge and lay up and then chip it up close and then knock it in for par,
or even bogey. Shit, I'll take bogey 2-putt. You're not getting a double.
So last Saturday I played at Coldwater Canyon with my buddy Mason and Lindsay and then Mason's friend, and I shot an 82.
Nice.
Yeah. I had a triple bogey on number 2. That's yeah. It's a par 3. I don't need the judgment, Tom. I judge.
I just think in my head like
I judge myself enough on that one.
Yeah.
But it was a par 3, and this hole kicks my ass every time I play it. But I pulled it a little left, and I was like, all right, I just got to keep it low under the tree, over the bunker, on the green, 2-putt, bogey, walk away. That was my goal.
Yeah.
Nope. Went a little bit higher, caught a tree branch in the bunker. And I don't even want to talk about the bunker situation. You can probably already guess what happened. And
how many?
Shut up.
How many? 2, 3?
2.
To get out? 2. Damn.
2. You were really hoping for 3, weren't you?
I thought for sure you were going to say 3.
You were hoping for 3. You ran.
So then you 3-putted. Okay, I got you.
So it was just it was a disaster. But I still shot an 82.
Yeah, I mean that's with a triple, that's pretty damn good. And like for me, having 3 doubles on the front and still shooting an 80, for me, that's. I mean, I turned that it was the craziest. It's probably one of the craziest rounds I've ever had as far as like shooting complete shit on the front and then just redeeming myself. I'm like freaking Dumb and Dumber right here and totally redeemed myself,
The bus is that way. Or the town is that way. Damn, I screwed it up.
Yeah. Those 2 guys are so lucky,
I will say when we golfed on Saturday, my buddy Mason, he's 14 and he shot an 85, and he's playing with a new set of clubs, and he's really learning a new stance that I've been working with him, and he's really coming into his own. And he gets so mad because he's not hitting the ball well. And I told him, I'm like, dude, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But he really, really hit the ball well on Saturday. So, Mason, you're out there listening, kudos to you, buddy. Keep going. Let's keep working.
Yeah, 85 is great for a high schooler. So, when I was coaching high school, I had a range of players. My best player probably +4, +5. And that was my best player. The rest were probably bogey or worse. I just didn't really have a good talent pool as far as when it comes to golf. I teach in a very urban school, so golf to them is like pretty much foreign to them. So
yeah, but you worked with them and you
I mean, they always improved throughout the season and things like that. So it's really cool to see some of their improvements and stuff like that. But
it is really fun to work with the younger kids.
Yes.
And, teach them, the things that you and I have learned over the years. I mean, again, from season 1, or I'm sorry, episode 1, I'm going to be 43 and my grandpa put clubs in my hands when I was 5, and you started a little bit later in life, but it's fun to watch these kids learn and progress and just get better. It is such a cool thing to see.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing is course management. And that I think that's all amateurs. that I see when I watch people play. They always want to go for that miracle shot because it feels the best when you pull it off. But then you look at the scores at the end of the day, and you're like, why did I hit that shot? I was trying to go through the tree.
Yeah.
I clipped the tree, went into the bunker. It took me 2 to get out. Now I have a triple, on a par 3 where I should have gotten bogey.
Well, one of the kids, Mason, his buddy came and golfed with us last Saturday at Coldwater. And this young man is a damn good golfer.
Yeah.
But he's a very upright, but he uses his hips. He turns it well. He kind of struggles a little bit with his hands here and there, so he's not as accurate. But that kid, he's 14, 15 years old. He hits the ball off the tee, 275.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's like, and you watch his swing, you look at it and you go, how do you do that? But yeah. I mean, sometimes it's way to the right, sometimes it's way to the left. It just goes back and forth. He's a really, really good golfer. And Mason told me that he's playing a qualifier this weekend at, oh, hell, I don't even remember where he told me. But again, he's going to be a freshman next year. So these are two 8th graders, and they play really, really well. I mean, if you're in 8th grade and you can shoot under 100, and they were playing the white tees, that's awesome. I mean, that's great. They've already basically beat a large percentage of people that play weekly.
Yeah, and if you play bogey golf, you're about the 10th percentile of golfers. You're in the top 10. And then PGA Tour players are like 0.1%. That's how good they are. Like, I mean, it's crazy how good PGA Tour players are. I mean,
we've discussed this. It's stupid how good they are.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw something today. So if you want to get backspin on your wedges, you need 10,000 RPM or more.
Yep.
And I kind of like, when I first read that, I was like, no, there's no way. And then I actually thought about it. And I remember when I play at X Golf or Bogey Factory or any other simulator, and when I get backspin, it's over 10,000 RPMs. And I was like, well, holy crap. That's actually like, is that true?
I mean, what I normally don't even spin it back usually. Today I actually did.
Oh, look at you, Scottie Scheffler.
It was and one of the reasons why is because it was into the wind, so you get more spin when you hit into the wind. And then it was also a downslope too, so I went from like a 6-foot birdie putt on a par 3 to like a 20-footer, which kind of irked me a little bit because I normally don't spin the ball. And if I do, it's like nothing compared to you see in a professional setting. It's usually for me like 1 or 2 hops and that's it. For professionals, they can zip it back like 6 feet. That's not my style. I'm more of a sweeper. I do compress the ball, but I'm more of a sweeper style. I don't come down like on a hard angle, like some of these professionals do, and then put that backspin on it. I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I might get the ball about once or twice, and it might stop. It might roll back a hair, but it's more of a
mine's very assisted in because of wind or because of the hill or something like that. It's not. Yeah. I don't do it on purpose.
My golf ball doesn't do anything I want on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, one of my buddies, he puts a whole heck of a lot of spin on his, and he gets so frustrated because he'll hit the green and then spin it right off. And I'm like, really? Well, I don't have that problem. Yeah,
I sure as hell don't either.
When he's about 100 yards and in, he puts so much spin on it sometimes that it's just like, dude, you need to like maybe club up 2 and then just hit half shots. Yeah. And he started doing that a little bit so he doesn't get that as much spin. And you'll see the pros do that as well. So like they'll say, oh, this is a full 60 degree. And then all of a sudden you see them pull like a 9-iron. and then they'll hit like a half shot just to take the spin off of it.
So this is your buddy that's golfing with us on Saturday.
Definitely not.
So who's golfing with us this Saturday? It's we're gonna plug the golf group. It's Tom and Matt and myself and your friend Eric.
Yeah.
So let's plug Eric.
So Eric is basically a bogey golfer. So there you go.
Let's plug Eric. Let's plug him.
He'll definitely give us some shots, and we'll probably use a couple of his shots. Probably. I'm not, I'm thinking hopefully maybe off the tee, but mostly probably the chipping and the iron play, probably more than likely. So there you go.
Okay. All right. Well, Eric, if you're watching this, if you see this before Saturday, high hopes.
He's been improving a lot though. He started off in the hundreds, and now he's closer to like, 90s. So
good for him.
So,
that's awesome. Taking lessons, just getting better. Golf it's such a shit game. We say it every week.
I know.
Looking forward to it this Saturday.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. So that is at Lake Windsor, right, in Madison?
Correct. It's for DeForest Home Talent Baseball. This will be my 4th year in a row putting a team in, and they put on a really great outing. They have great, amazing giveaways. If anybody's listening and they're not playing, it's a 2 o'clock.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. And 1 p.m. registration or whatever.
Yeah, and then the dinner and the giveaways are shortly after. If our listeners, if you're in the Madison area and you want to come out and have a drink and join the raffles, be there probably by 6ish, and then the dinner goes after that. But yeah, this will be my 4th year in a row playing for this one, and it's for the Home Talent Baseball for DeForest. It's a good time.
Have you guys won it yet?
We were second the last 2 years.
Second to last. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and I brought you in this year, so we're going to be second to last again.
No, we're going to be last now.
No, I didn't. Don't worry. I didn't bring those. But it's a really good time. Yeah.
Did Matt play in this one last year?
I do think Matt played in this last year.
Okay.
I think Matt played in this last year. That's why he's coming back down. So
Okay.
we actually played really well last year. We all putted like
garbage.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, so the funny thing is, so scrambles is all about putting. If you can make those 20-footers for birdie, you're gonna shoot really well that day.
Last year we struggled with the 5-footers.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah. I mean, we had a good team. We had fun. I mean, we have fun every year. It's a great outing. But, now that I brought you in the ringer.
Oh, yeah. Watch out.
Yeah.
Don't give me any pressure or anything like that.
Oh, that's the point.
I'm just going to go for everything now. Just crazy swings and whatnot. So
yeah, good. It's Lake Windsor. Swing for the fences, bro.
Yeah, but Windsor's pretty short though, I think, if I remember correctly, right? But there's a lot of water, right?
It's I wouldn't say it's short, but on the shorter holes, there's a bunch of hazard.
Yeah,
like
so. That's why Matt's bringing like 400 dozen balls, so we can just go in the water. I know there's a lot of water there because I've been there for the Madison show, right? That's where the Madison show was.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is a creek that runs through it. There is water through it, but I wouldn't say the water is a big part. There's a couple holes that the water really comes into play, but for the most part, I would say no.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, hell, you can hit the ball on I-90 and then next hole you can hit the ball on the highway.
Okay. All right. Hopefully I don't do that.
I mean, You're not. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay, here's the question. So what do you think?
If you hit a semi, no, you don't win a prize.
Oh, dang it! So what do you think we'll shoot?
Usually
winners shoot. Oh well, usually the scrambles that I usually play in is -12. Is usually the winner. Usually, I don't know about this one.
You've got to shoot 16, 17 under to win this.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to shoot 16 under to win this one.
Okay. I mean, it's doable. I've been on teams where we shot like -19 before. So
I think last year we shot 14 or 15 under, and we were second. And the year before, I think we shot 12 under, and we were second.
Okay, so it depends on who's who and what. Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't it random winners too? I mean, obviously first place gets the win, but I don't even know how it goes.
If I remember correctly, yes.
Okay. Cool.
So, all right. Well, let's wrap this one up, and we'll revisit with everybody next week and give scramble outings.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the Byron Nelson and see if Scottie Scheffler actually dominates and wins it on Sunday. And we'll also go play by play, shot by shot, and talk shit about our crappy play. I mean, our amazing play on Saturday.
Yeah, amazing play. That's what it is.
Yes.
We'll try to take some video and put that on the next one too.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
So,
oh man, I hope you just duff one. Oh. I hope I don't duff one.
I was just gonna say, I hope you duff one. You're gonna sit there and call me out. I'm gonna call you out on that one.
All right, man. All right. So guys, again, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Share to your friends. Tell your friends about us. And hope to see you guys later.
Yes. Thank you, everyone that's following. Share with your friends.